Good morning students. Today we are going to see about a new topic, ecological factors. Okay. So next, what does mean by ecological factors? So in our environment many organisms are living. So all this depends upon the environment. All the organisms depend upon the environment. So the environment can be classified into or included physical, chemical and biological factors. Okay. So when a component surrounding an organism that affect the life of the organism, it becomes as a factor. Okay. So such a factors are called as environmental or ecological factors. So the component that affects the life of the organism, it becomes as a factor. Okay. So this factor is called environmental or ecological factors. So factors of the organisms can be classified into two. One is abiotic and another one is biotic component. So abiotic means non-living, chemical as well as physical factors will be named as a abiotic. Example, you can say temperature, light, water and nutrients. And biotic component means living components. So you can say plant, animals, fungi and all other organisms. So abiotic factors, light, temperature, nutrient. Biotic factors means plants, animals as well as fungi. Okay. Next, ecological factors also classified into four main classes. What are they means? Climatic factor, topographic factor, edaphic factor and biotic factors. Okay. So in this we are going to see one by one. First one is climatic factor. So climatic factors depends upon the controlling of the plant life. What are all the factors means? Light, temperature, water, wind and fire. Okay, all these are the climatic factors. So in this first we are going to see about light. So light is a well known factor that is needed for the normal physiological process of the plants. Example, photosynthesis, preparation of food as well as transpiration, seed germination and flowering. So the portion of the sunlight which is absorbed by the or resolved by the human eye is called as visible light. So the visible part of the light is made up of the wavelength. So 400 nanometer violet color and 700 nanometer and to 700 nanometer it is red. So the rate of photosynthesis is maximum at blue. It is 400 nanometer to 500 nanometer and red light that is 600 nanometer to 700 nanometer. So rate of photosynthesis will be excessive or maximum in blue and red region. Okay. So the green region that is 500 nanometer to 600 nanometer of wavelength of the spectrum is less strongly absorbed by the plants. So based on the tolerance of the intensity of the light, the plant can be classified into two types. One is haliophytes as well as it is named as light loving plants. It is named as light loving plants. Example, it is angiosperms. Angiosperms means that is all the flowering plants. And the next one, pseudocyphytes, that is shade loving plants. It is example, it is called as bryophytes as well as pteridophytes, non flowering plants. Okay. So these are all the two types of plants divided based on the intensity of the light tolerance. Okay. And next one, what are all the factors that is involved that is affected by the light? First one is photosynthesis. Second one, movement of the plant. You will be learned in the lower sections, the plant moving towards the sunlight and moving away from the sunlight or moving towards the soil or away from the soil. We will be saying as phototrophism or geotrophism. Is it or not? So it is named as movement. Next, seed germination and opening as well as closing of stomata. That is excessive of water can be taken in or given out through stomata, or exchanging of gases will be named as transpiration. Is it or not? It takes place through stomata. Next one, stem as well as leaf formation, tuber formation and runner plants. You can say strawberry, it is a runner plant. So all these are some of the factors that is affected by the light in the plants. Photosynthesis, movement, seed germination, opening as well as closing of stomata, stem and leaf formation, tuber formation as well as a runner, that is nothing but moving of the plants. Okay. Next one, temperature. Second factor is temperature. It is the most important factor. Almost all metabolic activities are affected by this temperature. So every physiological factors requires on optimum temperature, a particular temperature, is it or not? So that temperature, based on that, it can be classified into three. One is minimum temperature, optimum temperature and maximum temperature. Minimum temperature means the physiological activities are very lowest. Optimum temperature means physiological activities are maximum. Minimum temperature means physiological activities will be stopped there. Okay, so three different types of limits of temperatures are there: maximum, minimum and optimum temperatures. Next one, based on the temperature where the plants are prevailing the area, it can be classified into four types. It was classified by Ronquier, classified the world's vegetation. Vegetation means living plants into four types. One is megatherms, mesotherms, microtherms and hygistotherms. Okay. So this is based on the prevailing area, where the temperature prevailing area of the plants. Next, it is very exceed of 100 degrees Celsius, where means the thermal spring areas as well as deep sea, that is named as hydrothermal vents, there the exceed about 100 degrees Celsius. Based on the range of thermal tolerance, organism is divided into two types. One is eurythermal and another one is stenothermal. Eurythermal means organism tolerate a wide range of temperature. Example, Zoosteria, it is a marine angiosperm, and Artemisia teregienta. And stenothermal, organism which can tolerate only small range of temperature. Okay. So example, mango as well as palm, it will be naming as a terrestrial angiosperms. So here important point is the mango plant do not grow in the temperate countries such as Canada as well as Germany. Okay. And next one, thermal stratification. Thermal stratification means it is found only in the aquatic habitat. Example, lake, pond, likewise. Okay. So the changes of the temperature profile based on the increasing of the depth in the water is called as thermal stratification. So here three kinds of thermal stratification are there. The pond can be classified. Here they have been given pond. Okay. So here it can be divided into three layers: upper layer, middle layer and bottom layer. Upper layer is named as epilimnion. Upper layer will be warmer water. Metalimnion, a middle layer with a zone of gradual degrees of the temperature. When it is warmer, it gradually decreases the temperature. And hypolimnion, the bottom layer will be colder water. Okay. So three different kinds of thermal stratification. Here the epilimnion, metalimnion and hypolimnion. Okay. And next one, based on the zonation, the temperature are classified into two types. One is latitude and altitude. So the variations in this latitude and altitude affect the temperature and the vegetation of the earth. Okay. So next one, here you can see the latitude as well as the altitudes of the region of a landscape. Okay. So ice, snow, tundra region, needle leaf, temperature, deciduous forest, tropical rainforest, the region, how their vertical zonations are there. Okay. And increasing the latitude from the equator. Okay. Next one, effects of the temperature. The temperature affects the enzymatic action. What are the effects will be in because of the temperature in plant body? So the temperature affects the enzymatic action for the biochemical reaction. So enzyme actions will be affected in the plant body. Second one, it influences CO2 and O2 solubility in the biological system, increases respiration and stimulate the growth of the seedling. Okay, increase the respiration process and stimulates the growth of the seed. So lower temperature with the high humidity can spread the diseases to the temperature. When the temperature is low and the humidity is high, it spreads the diseases in the plants. And varying in the temperature with the moisture determines the distribution of the vegetation types. Okay, so the varying of the temperature in the moisture will be distributed in the vegetation types. So these are all about the effects of the temperature. Thank you.